Hey, it's Dan Gage again, finally making another YouTube video. This one is mostly for you guys that are beginners. I've been getting a lot of emails, actually a ton of emails and comments, and it's a couple common threads that keep coming up. One of which is what kind of harmonica should I get, or where should I buy it? So that's what this video is going to be about. Is kind of hopefully help some of you guys figure out where to start with your harmonicas. So start where there you go. This is my first harmonica. Actually, this one belongs to my wife, who never plays it. It's a Hohner Pocket Pal in C. You may get this with John Gindick's book and tape. I started with this when I was 12 years old, and this was actually a really decent beginner harmonica for me. A little trouble with the 4-bend there. A lot of these cheaper harmonicas, they respond, but they don't respond quite as well as better harmonicas. They work though. Should be like $5–10. Hohner Pocket Pal. So there's one. This is a harmonica I got the other day. It's Johnson, the Blues King. Had never really heard of it, but I kind of won it. It was attached to a trophy. I don't know if you can see the glue. I didn't know it was supposed to be attached to the trophy. To me, I believe you should play harmonicas, not look at them. But anyway, it was attached to a trophy. It's the Johnson Blues King, and it actually kind of plays. So let's see. Okay, it plays really hard though. It really doesn't have a good touch. But you know, if it's all you can find, it's a good way to start. You know, most of the time harmonicas do work, it's just how well. So there's the Johnson Blues King. I don't really have a lot of harmonicas because I love the Hohner Special 20. Okay, it's kind of my favorite harmonica, and it's mostly what I play, and you've seen it in my videos before. But you know, similar thing where it's a plastic. There's the Pocket Pal, plastic harmonica. You know, 10-hole diatonic harmonica. Just they're made a little bit better. That's why they cost more. Here's one that I tried, didn't love it, but it's a Herring brand, 1923 vintage harp. This one's actually in the key of A. You know, it just didn't really play the way I want to play, but that doesn't mean it's not a good harmonica. I mean, it's nice enough. See where I crushed the plates together because I squeezed too hard. Here's a Hohner Marine Band. I keep these around. These are the classic. You can't go wrong with the Hohner Marine Band. Is that upside down? Yeah. Hohner Marine Band. Okay. It's the classic harmonica, really. I mean, everybody sort of played it, all the blues guys. So, yeah, man, this is a B flat. Okay, that's a Marine, and that's really all I own. I've got a Hohner Big River somewhere, but I've lost it. So let's talk about more harmonicas and maybe where we can get them online. So I'm going to move the camera. Maybe I'll edit this part. We'll see how it goes. To the computer here, and I don't really see. Just can't really see what I'm doing. Let's see if we can get this on there. Zoom in a little bit. All right, there we go. There's a good place to get some harmonicas. It used to be called Kevin's Harps. Now they call it the Best Little Harp House, but you can still search for it, Kevin's Harps. And I went one screen into harmonicas. I went to diatonics. They give you the choice. Most of what I teach is diatonic. You can also get a whole bunch of other harmonicas. Here's Herring, Hohner, Huang, Lee Oscar, and Suzuki. Just really quickly. Let's just grab a few. There's a ton. There's the 1923 I showed you guys. There's a Handy Harp, more of a beginner. I'm sure it probably works well. Free Blues, Herring Blues. These are all basic diatonic harmonicas, and I'm sure they'd all work. They're all a little bit different. They have their pros and cons. But they should all work. Let's go back out. Hohner, since they're the most common, you'll see in more places. There's the Blues Band. Not a big fan of that one. The Marine Band we talked about. Official Scout's probably closer to the Pocket Pal. It's about $8 American plus shipping. There's the Pocket Pal. It's only $6. I think that's a good deal. The Pocket Pals really play decently. The American Ace Big River harp, the blues harps, I'm not a fan. And there's 4 more pages, 3 or 4 more pages of it. So diatonic harmonicas abound. Here are the cross harps. They come in sets, different tunings. But basically you want a regular diatonic in C for a lot of the beginner stuff. Maybe one in D if you want to have a little less trouble. Hwang. You've got the Frontier harp. Looks like it's about $7. Good place to start. Silvertone Deluxe, $13. All very affordable. You guys in Europe, it's hard to say. You just have to look. The Oscars are going to be a little pricey. They only make the one model, but they do make different tunings. Melody Maker tuning, natural minor. Let's see what else we got. Suzuki. So Suzuki Fire Breath for $50. Never played it. A Blues Master for $15. Yeah, pretty good deal. Folk Master. These should all get you started, folks. So if you can find any of these or order them online, the best Harp House. There's also a great place called Coast to Coast Music that provides tons of harmonica information, sets, a club where you have a deal. I have no sponsorship from these folks. I'm just showing you guys where you can maybe buy stuff. It's coasttocoastmusic.com, and they've got some more brands. They've got Bushman. They've got Seidel, which a friend of mine is a fan of. Haven't tried them yet. I just love the Special 20s. You've got the Delta Frost. I know a lot of cats play this for $26. You've got a whole bunch of little novelty ones. Hohner XB40, that's a different thing. Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really pretty easy to find a harmonica online. Again, you folks in Europe, it's really hard because it's a different world over there. But look for these Hohners, these Hwangs, these Suzukis, and you should be able to get started. So it's a diatonic harmonica. Correction from my old video. Here's an F harp. It's got to do with the scales. So the C harp pretty much gives you the white keys. And that's the scale. I thought of the word di because it means 2 in chemistry, because I'm a nerd. So anyway, hope you guys know how to find a harmonica. Go online, Google it. I think there's some on eBay. I think the Johnson ones appear on eBay. I wouldn't really recommend them, but you know, it does a good. It's enough to get. You know, it's not great. I think you'd be better off spending the $20, folks. But that's just me. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll put some more videos up too. So. All right, thanks for watching.